Greetings everyone, my name is Kevin and today we're playing YaTBRzy for February. As always, before we play the game for February, we're going to go through how the first month went. So January, the first prompt that I got for January was to play, and I read the normal hard and I did finish it. The second prompt I got was continue a series, so I read volume 3 of Perfect World, loved it, read it. So that is 2 for 2. And this is where it goes downhill. And the next prompt that I got was to randomize, and I ended up with this book called We Are Not Free, and I didn't read it. So that is one punishment prompt that I will have to take. And the next prompt that I got was another number. This time I got number 8, which was The Poet X, and I did not read this either. I started it, I did enjoy it, but I feel like with novels in verse, I prefer reading them physically or as an ebook and not as an audiobook as I attempted. So but that is another book that I did not finish. So that's another punishment prompt that I will have to take. And the last prompt that I got was Black Cover, and I chose Of This Our Country, and I read it. So 3 out of 5 books I did complete entirely, 100%. I read 100% of the books, but I did not read 2 of the 5 books. So I have to take punishment prompts. That also means that I will not take a prompt for book buying from my little book buying jar. I have to finish the entire TBR in order to do that. But other than my YaTBRzy TBR, I also read The House of the Spirits for my Globetrotter-thon reading challenge, the Globetrotter reading challenge. In January, we were in South America, and this month we are traveling to the Caribbean. And I'm going to go through what book I will be reading for that as well. But first, I want to see the prompts that I get for YaTBRzy and see if I can match any of those with a Caribbean book, considering now I have 2 punishments that I will have to take. And yeah. So without further ado, let's do the first punishment. Okay, so first things first, a punishment prompt. And the first punishment prompt is pick 2 red cards. Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're taking 2 red cards instead. We get number 28 and number 22. So the first punishment that I got was pick 2 red cards. And as some of you might know, the red cards are what I call the amazing pile. It's a title pile kind of thing, and it's a red card because it's good that I don't have to pick a book. I don't know, it's a numbered prompt is the red cards. And I ended up with 28 and 22. So first I'm going to be counting to myself. So I got these 2, 28 and 22. So if I do 22 first, I will see what I end up with as 28 and what I would end up with as 28 if I don't take 22 first. We're going to see. So this is 22. The gauntlet is number 22. That is out of screen. So the gauntlet is number 22. So that means that 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. That would be half of a yellow sum. But if I take the gauntlet, then this is 22, 23, 24, 28. So I'm going to do that, actually. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to tell you why. So that, actually, I'm being kind to myself. Because I do know that 28 was before 22, but as a punishment, who cares about the order? Yes. So the gauntlet, I finished this book. I started this book, which is why it has a little red sticker tab thing. But I really enjoyed this. Back when I started it, I haven't read that much of it. Like 45 pages. I really love this. I felt like it was a 5-star. Those 45 pages, I felt like this is gonna be a 5-star probably. But I really loved it, as far as I read, at least. It's kind of a Jumanji kind of atmosphere to it, like this giant board game that you can see here. And it's just desert vibes, a lot of like, I really enjoyed this. So this is definitely a book that I would love to have on my TBR. So I think also it's a middle grade or YA. I think it's a middle grade. Back when I started it, I just wanted to continue reading it, but I had such a big TBR, and this wasn't on my YaTBRzy TBR back then, so I had to like pause it. The second book is this book, Here Comes the Sun, and this was the book that I planned to read for Globetrotter Reading Challenge, because this is set in Jamaica, which is part of the Caribbean. So I really love that. This is set in Jamaica. I'm going to read the first sentence on the back. It says, capturing the distinct rhythms of Jamaican life, Nicole Dennis Benn pens a poignant hymn to a world hidden among pristine beaches and the wide expanse of turquoise seas. At an opulent resort in Montego Bay, Margot hustles to send her younger sister, Thandi, to school. Taught as a girl to trade her sexuality for survival, Margot is ruthlessly determined to shield Thandi from the same fate. When plans for a new hotel threaten their village, Margot sees not only an opportunity for her own financial independence, but also perhaps a chance to admit a shocking secret, her forbidden love for another woman. As they face the impending destruction of their community, each woman, fighting to balance the burdens she shoulders with the freedom she craves, must confront long hidden scars. In lyrical and vibrant prose, Here Comes the Sun offers a dramatic glimpse into a passionate world most outsiders see simply as paradise. I think it sounds absolutely fantastic. So those are the first two books going on my YaTBRzy TBR for February. So now we take the second punishment prompt. The second punishment prompt is over 800 pages. Oh shit. Over 800 pages. No. 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 Oh my god. Over 800 pages. That is mean. That is very mean. Because I only have one book over 800 pages. And it's this giant. This absolute giant of a book. It sounds amazing. To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. It sounds amazing. Also, I have the signed copy. I'm very happy about that still. But it's huge. Like, huge. It's over, it's 878 pages long. So it's long. It's definitely over 800 pages. And this is the only book that I have over 800 pages, so I have to read this. I am excited to read this. It's mainly that I don't want to take punishment prompts for March. And having a book over 800 pages is not going to help me, so to speak. But this is going on my TBR as well, so this is, I mean, it's bigger than those two books combined. Yeah, that is 3 books down, and I haven't even started playing the game. Oh my god. With the punishments out of the way, let's roll for the first played prompt. Do I have freeze? Yes, I've had freeze. So then I think the 5? I'm gonna keep the 5. I don't want to attempt a Yahtzee on freeze. Ooh! Ooh, okay. Then last roll. It's a 1. Okay, so 4 5s. I'm going to take them here. So that is 20. So, and that is a yellow card. And first is aliens. The first played prompt is aliens, which I'm happy about. I don't have anything against that. I love aliens. And I do have a book that, because I ended up with To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, 800 pages, over 800 pages of a book, a giant brick of a book. I wanted to have a book to help me so that it was, you know, not as like an easy book to get through. So we're not from here. So I'm going to read this book. We're not from here. It's obviously has aliens. It's basically humans have to leave Earth. And so they go to another planet, and in this planet, the humans are the aliens. And who we would call aliens, they look at humans and feel like they're very strange, you know? So I think it's gonna be a fun read. It's a middle grade, it's not that long. I think I will fly through it. It sounds great. So this is for aliens. Second roll. I've had 3 4s and 5s. I'm gonna keep the 5 again, and then 2 more 5s, and then last roll. Okay, so another 5. So I'm gonna take that here in this one in 4 of a kind, so 20 in 4 of a kind. That is another yellow card, and this time the prompt is indigenous. So the next prompt that I got is indigenous. And this one, I have a book that it's not a loophole or anything like that, but it is a collection of different stories. And the book is Beneath the Moon. And some of these stories and myths in it are indigenous. So there are, for example, from Native American tribes, north and south. There are, I think, Maori. There's also a Sami one, and Sami is the indigenous peoples of Sweden and Norway, part of Finland and part of Russia. So it includes many different indigenous stories. So I'm reading it for indigenous. And I also feel like with the size of the TBR, having a short collection of stories and fairy tales is going to be very nice to have. And the way that this kind of, first of all, like the art in this is gorgeous. But it's kind of, it looks like this. So we have one page of an illustration and then the short story, the fairy tale or the myth. So all of them are kind of like that. So I think it's going to be very easy to get through that way because of that. So that is indigenous. Rolling for the third plate prompt, not including the punishment prompts. Keeping the 2s. Another 2, and then last roll. A 1. Okay. So that is 8 going into it. I feel like today I have a lot of 4 of a kind, which is, I mean, I'm not mad about that. 5-star prediction. Ooh. And the next prompt, which is a good prompt, is 5-star prediction. Always love when that comes up. And as I said, I want smaller books, so I'm adding this. Perfect World, Volume 4. I read Volume 3 in January, loved it. It was on my YaTBRzy TBR, as you noticed from the beginning of this video. So I'm going to read Volume 4. And if I can, I want to add Volume 5 as well. Yeah, so a manga, short, easy, fly through it, enjoy the story. Excited to see what happens after Volume 3. So I'm excited to read this. And it is a 5-star prediction because Perfect World, the manga, it's a romance between an able-bodied woman and a disabled man. And the kind of struggles that they go through. And I really love this manga series. It's one of my favorite manga series, actually. And so I feel like it has the potential of being 5 stars. I mean, I don't think I've ever given a Perfect World volume, meaning volume 1, 2, or 3, less than 4 stars. So, 5-star prediction. Rolling for the 4th in-game prompt. Keeping the 1s. Keeping the 1, and then last roll. Yeah, 3 1s. I feel like I might finish the top part, but that is a yellow card, and the prompt is roll a dice. 1 to 2 is a noun, 3 to 4 is a verb, and 5 to 6 is an adjective. So that is what the first word of the book's title will be. So rolling this die, a 6. So the book should start with an adjective. Then I got roll a dice, and I got adjective. And guess what book starts with an adjective? This book. Perfect is an adjective. So I'm reading Perfect World, Volume 5. Adding it to my TBR. Then last roll. Whoops, this fell off. Rolling it again. A 5. Wait. Ha! Okay. That is a big straight. So that is going in here with 20. Wow. So even though I took 2 punishments, the game was kind to me. So that is a red card. And randomize 51 to 100. And the last prompt I got was a red card for randomize 51 to 100. So this can be very nice or very, very not nice. We will see. Then it's 51 to 100. Generate. 52. Okay, 52. What is number 52? Scythe. So the last book I'm reading for February is Scythe. So this book. This is a dystopian, and it's kind of a world where no one dies, and in order for people to die, because you don't want overpopulation, there are scythes who take lives. That's what I understand that it's about. I've heard nothing but great things about this, so I've been meaning to read it, and this is my chance to read it. Okay, so here are all of the books that I am reading for February. Are you excited for me? Yeah. I'm nervous. I do think it's good that because I got this giant, that I added like shorter stories, manga. Like I like the mix of these books. I feel like it's doable. Even though there's a lot of books, I think it's very, very, very doable. And I can say like the books that I am 100% confident that I will finish. This book, collection of short stories, I think 100% I'm going to finish it. The 2 Perfect World books would surprise me if I don't finish them. And the last book is of course this book, because I'm reading it for the Globetrotter Reading Challenge for Caribbean as well. And other than that, I think I will pull this off. I think this is doable. I think the only book that I'm nervous about is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully I won't have to take a punishment prompt for March, but we'll see. Yeah, but that was my TBR for February. Wish me good luck, please and thank you, and I will see you next time. Good reading. Bye.